Hey guys, Tyler is Awesome 2 here, and today is the 25th anniversary of the Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue episode From Death in the Shadows, and the debut of the first official American original Power Ranger, and my favorite Power Ranger of all time, arguably, the Titanium Ranger. This was a huge deal for Power Rangers at the time, regardless if you know about the Sentai or not. And, I'm just, grocery shopping with my mom and Giant Eagle. You know that, okay, no you don't, I just told you by not saying. And, I'm gonna need a cart, because I'm gonna resort to, ending this recording, so I'm gonna do a breakdown of the episode, and the Benton breakdown style and all that, the style of review that's because of Curly, the artist, and all that. I'm very inspired by him, and well, very good. So yeah, the Titanium Rangers debut episode was a big deal for Power Rangers because he's the first official American Ranger created for Power Rangers specifically. So, yeah. Let's get to the breakdown. Oh yeah, keep in mind, I'm going to skip the previously on segment and the intro, so, yeah, so, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to touch upon those, I'm just going to skip those, just for the sake of the breakdown and time saving. And there's Joel running for something. I don't know what, but we're gonna find out. It was like he's got a farewell on a date or something. They treat like it's super serious, but it's gonna be a thing where you get treated like it's super serious, that's just a jokey thing at the end. Let's just see what happens. And it's all dramatic, very dramatic. And if you're wondering, I'm at not the park near where I live, And then it's all dramatic looking. There's Miss Fairweather and Captain Mitchell and the rest of the Rangers. And Joel's late now, and sorry for any copyright stuff. And Joel's on time. No joke, just goes straight for the seriousness and all. Because it's a tense situation, it's supposed to be that way, And we get our first,
Titanium power!
We got our first, glimpse of the Titanium, small glimpse, like teaser with Titanium Rangers, and it looks extremely painful. And you'll learn why in a bit. And there's all the, we get to see the reaction. It feels really dramatic, and the lighting is off, and the fire, and the flashes, that's just so and I would much prefer if they just kept the Titanium Rangers and we only see the reactions of the Rangers and Captain Mitchell and Miss Fairweather, to make it more impactful when we see the full Titanium Ranger,
Yeah, I'm okay.
It's experimental, isn't it? And this is where I skip the theme song.
We should continue testing the titanium powers.
Why not?
The circuitry is too powerful for an ordinary human.
Are you sure about that? And we see plenty of... there are cases in, Kamen Rider where... in Best Sample 5s where you, have to have Orphanoch DNA in order for it to transform with the Rider gear, It's just how it works, Because to protect the Orphanoch King and all,
Would have been fantastic.
Yes, it truly would have.
Yeah.
Good night, Captain.
Yeah. But they couldn't find a good candidate. until the Canada found them. And that's this lock we never see. I think I never see. I gotta watch the other episodes in order to see if it's there, you know? Like before this episode specifically. Yeah. Ooh, who could that child be? Why is Dana's head hidden? What should be Ryan?
Come in.
I guess we couldn't.
It's
You know,
me, Dad.
just saying. Again, would have been much more effective. A bit, you know. But I guess one point when we find out just a few seconds later, you know. And here's the cake.
Dana, it's midnight.
Who's it for?
I can't believe that you remembered.
Who remembers?
Well, I was too young to remember very much of my big brother. But I do know that Ryan
Older
would have been
brother.
20 today. So we'll celebrate like we always do.
Yeah.
Come on.
You were
We'll
20
have to
when
make a
he
wish.
was, like, born in... Why did I pause for a bit? Born in, like, 1980. And 20 years younger than him. And this show came out in, like, in 2010, the year I was born. So, math checks up, and today Ryan would be like 45, you know? And Dana's like, I think around 18 years old, I think. What's the wish? Better not be Yoshi.
What'd you wish for?
What did she wish for?
I'll bet we wished for the same thing.
Really?
That the car crash had never happened.
This shot is beautiful, by the
Ryan
way.
was still here.
We can't change the past, can we?
Yeah, they're gonna find out that they're gonna reunite Ryan, but not the way they
I have
expected.
another wish. I wish, whatever happens, that you always know that I love you.
Aw, so sweet. He's hiding something, isn't he? A nice shot of the headquarters. And beautiful water. They actually really spent all their money with this from the previous seasons, you know? That's where the majority of the budget went to. And we get this view shot. But again, great shots. Great stunning shots. And nice music and whatnot. And ooh, a bubble effect. They actually put someone underwater for this. Wow. Okay. Who could it be? I guess you take off take those off before.
I bet there's gonna be people there we never met before.
Yeah, you're probably right, but that's okay. Maybe we'll have a better game this time, right?
Ooh, yeah, that nice little drip of fire. Oh, I wonder who could it be. And nice view, like perspective shots. You know, perspective camera. You know, perspective camera. Seeing stuff through someone's eyes. You know, also nice details from over there. Wait, also, you can see the Lightspeed Rescue logo over there. And a nice glow of the view of the fish tank, you know. Ooh, nice, you know, perspective shots. Camera. Ooh, Lightspeed keys, you know, the Lightspeed logo, you know, and wow, look at this photo. A clue to who he truly is. In fact, he looks dumb. Ooh, Lightspeed logo way over there. No. I found it. Top secret. Oh no. can take it.
Isn't it beautiful?
I understand how her acting is
The
bad.
last
Nice series.
sunrise,
Also,
Mariner
nice view shot over here. And you can see what looked like this shot's blurry. I can't make this out, or this, or just this. Also, her.
Sunrise.
Oh yeah, this actress was hired because there was someone's Sentai counterpart actress, you know? Vipra. You know, Vipress is just, you can barely tell the difference between the two. I mean, it's amazing.
Mariner Bay will ever see.
Wow, that's a nice fire effect. Also, that sounded like screams, you know? That's horrifying. Is that made from, like, is that people, souls she's summoning or something? Oh, that's a nice, explosion effect. And of course, Rangers called to the rescue. Of course, nice shot of this, entry. You know, this was created for Power Rangers because, you know, they only had the motorbike and the sidecar. Red Ranger bike specifically. Who says it like that? Next target. That should be a meme, you know? And laser blast.
There's not gonna be a next target this time, Vipra. Get out of here.
Yes, there is. Because we got a few more episodes to go.
Before Mariner Bay falls to Diabolico.
Oh, I know when that'll be. Never.
Attack!
Yeah, the good guys always win. Yeah, excellent footage. Oh, Mitchell scanning. Also, nice original American footage over here. Obviously, for an obvious reason. Also, nice. I mean, it's actually pretty solid footage. Yeah. Oh. And sword fight. Because Red Ranger has to fight one of the villains. Ooh, that almost kicked her in the
I'm
stomach.
not gonna tell you again. Get out of Mariner Bay.
Ooh, Viper has a nice butt over there. Also, nice fire placements.
I'm not gonna tell you again. Get out of Mariner Bay.
Yeah, forever!
You think that's gonna happen? They're the bad guys. They're just gonna disobey that.
Wild horses couldn't drag me away. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Really? Why would you fight for a bit till you just want to surprise them for drag effect or something?
The moment you meet your match.
Nice shot. Ooh. This is a nice telepoint effect, even if it's like, you know, outdated. Ooh, nice gold titanium before its full reveal. Oh, awesome. Also, this theme of the Titanium Ranger's theme is awesome. And we get to reveal the Titanium Ranger. So Titanium Ranger, I do really like his design. What I mean is, with him, his belt and gloves are the same as the main team. And 6 Rangers usually have gloves and or belts that are distinguished from the main team. Even if so slightly, but the belts are just, or gloves are just most of the time just paints, you know. And Titanium Ranger seems to the gold parts of his gloves seem to be the same as his parts of the gloves, you know, they appear to be identical to his shoulder pads and tea color. You know, saying dark gold. And I think the Rangers are the same. Let me check. I'll check later. And I do like how his T, you know, stands for titanium, but if you know Super Sentai, then you know it's similar design to the Turbo Rangers from Turbo Ranger, not to be confused with Power Ranger Turbo, which was adapted from Car Ranger. And the M for Maximum from his, forehead is, the Max Solar Sword, his V is kind of a reference to Super Sentai, and more specifically, Go-Go 5, the Sentai, which, Power Rangers Like to Be Rescued was adapted from. And we all know, the irony being that we all know, is that he was created for Power Rangers and did not exist like have direct counterpart in Go-Go 5. He was an American creation. It's like that Power Rangers gets to make its own things, there was a Sixth Ranger equivalent in the Go-Go 5 movie. And when we're later introduced to the Max Solar Sword, its Sentai counterpart was actually sentient and did also act as a Sixth Ranger equivalent, and it was a version of that. And also, it was basically their little brother, because in the Sentai, the Rangers were siblings, But here, only Dana is the only Core 5 member to actually be the child of the mentor, I say Core 5 because, we are going to find out about his identity. Also, Yellow Ranger was male in the Sentai. It's one of those Sentais one of the Power Ranger series where the Yellow Ranger was a girl, but the Sentai counterpart was a male, so, yeah. The Titanium Ranger suit was made by Plex, a Japanese company who worked on Super Sentai, and I believe the shot used when he was at the opening was filmed by Toei, I think. I gotta check my facts. There's also a fact that Lightspeed Rescue did the whole Core 5 Rangers are Go Ranger colors, and the 6th Ranger is silver. Arguably, it along with gold, the most common 6th Ranger color ever. Before, Gokaiger and Kieran Major. The Lyra is my favorite Super Sentai. Also, this is a really nice pose. I think I said before, I gotta check. Also, when we find out who he is, I'm gonna do a breakdown of the next episode, the second part to the Titanium Ranger introductory arc. Introductory arc, yeah. And after we find out who he is at the end of the episode, then I'll discuss something that's similar to. That might be, it's similar to, the very first 6th Ranger in Sentai, who was adapted into Tommy, arguably the most famous Ranger from Power Rangers of all time, aka, especially in my favorite season. He was in my favorite season, Dino Thunder, obviously, so, yeah. Tommy's first Sentai counterpart was Mirai, and when you compare him to Titanium Ranger, I'll discuss it in my in the breakdown of the next episode of Lightspeed Rescue directly after this one. I'll discuss it later, and you'll see what I mean, or hear, or whatever. Anyways, let's just get back to the episode. I have rambled on way too much. And get cool shots of him, seeing his details, and Mitchell's reaction.
Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
Oh snap! A cool line. And Captain Mitchell goes to check it. Wow, that was quick. Oh, darn. He knows this is serious. Oh, no.
Stop right there!
Oh, nice POV shot.
But you got it.
Oh, he's just summoned that out of nowhere. I mean, seriously. Do they? Power Rangers have, like, some sort of, you know, pocket dimension to store their stuff? I mean, some Rangers have explanations for they store stuff. I mean, yeah, collectible gimmicks and all, but, what do you think? Where is he storing that stuff? Let me know in the comments down below. Comment section down below. Wow, he just like, and like they're just, send them flying with the signature Power Rangers explosion. I mean, especially with the Disney era, it's very common. Like, the Disney era is probably as well known for it, and this one's pretty good too. Wow. He just had me flying. Wow. He must have had at her for some reason. Well, look at those two bros got out. Wow. He knocked him. He's really good. They spared no expense on this guy.
Oh no.
Also, nice play shot.
Hurry, guys. We're just not equipped to fight him like this.
Yeah, because he's clearly starting to be stronger. Being 6th Ranger and all. Wow, this is nice camera shots. Shots.
All right. Rescue Bird.
And of course, they summoned Rescue Bird back to Sentai footage.
Stop right there.
Well,
I warned you.
yeah, you did. Well, look at it. He just first, and he took that attack right back at them. And amazing pyrotechnics work, by the way. Wow, he's damaging them.
He'll destroy them.
Nice laughter. Not as great as Tommy's, though. I mean, I got to see your
break off the
laughter.
attack.
What was that?
I said, get out of there. Now!
Yeah, do what your commander says.
Joel, wait. The captain says we have to pull out.
Yeah,
But this
pull
isn't
out.
over. On that much we agree.
Wait, good guy saying over? Well, that's new. I mean, good guy saying that this isn't over? Well, that's new. And also the bad guy's response?
It won't.
There.
Our low expense ratios allow us to take a differentiated approach when taking
Yeah, this
risks.
is important, you know?
When the risk reward
There. Now!
On that much we agree.
That's a really nice response.
It won't be over until you're all destroyed.
Well, he's really trying to impersonate Tommy now. Also, well, really nice line delivery, and not cliche at all. Wow. Diabolical.
Excellent work. I knew you'd be the perfect addition to our team.
Also, Diabolical is voiced by Neil Kaplan, who also played Optimus Prime in the 2001 Transformers series Robots in Disguise. And he also played Zarkon in Voltron Legendary Defender. So, giant robots, he's really got this hand at playing, you know, franchises with giant robots, you know, and toy sales and whatnot.
With your new powers, this city will soon be ours.
Yes. Very soon.
Yeah, he just... Wow. Enters the bad guy speech, you know?
Stolen from the captain's safe?
Then it had to be somebody in Lightspeed.
Yeah, but
Really?
nobody would do that.
Who else?
Also, they really paid for these fish tanks, you know? I mean, what else they win? These are really nice fish tanks, and must be a struggle to, you know, feed those fish, you know? It must have been worth it.
All right.
Here comes Captain Mitchell.
No matter who it was, the fact remains that Diabolical has the morpher.
So, how are they gonna get it back? Like, do they have to, like, you'll be sneaky about it, or, well, I don't know. That's all I can think of. So, yeah.
And the titanium power. We have got to get it back. Fast.
Again, how?
That won't be easy.
Really? Ooh, cool shot of the villain's lair. Again, back to Sentai footage. Again, most of it is the Sentai footage they use in this episode was stock footage, you know. Typical stock footage they use to save money, you know. Again, reusage of reusage, you know. Constant reusage of, you know, stock footage, you know. Sentai does it, and Power Rangers obviously does it too, so yeah. Okay, let's just see what the villains are up to.
If the Rangers fight, they'll be destroyed.
Yeah. Also, yeah. That's obviously what's gonna happen. What was I gonna say again? Oh yeah. Yes, this layer scene is original footage, so yeah, I believe. Better go watch through it to make sure. And oh yeah, and also in the Sentai, the villains are actually a family. So yeah, so like these three and the baby. I think there's now a baby, so he's a baby now, but he'll become adult later. You know, typical Sentai nonsense. And yeah, they're all siblings, and yeah, and the villain from the crossover, you know, the future crossover of Lost Galaxy, you know, that you know, the villain of that you know, special, you know, that crossover episode, yeah, that was in the Sentai, that was their long lost sibling, so yeah. Villains are actually related in the Sentai, so kind of, you know, like you know, like they're, you know, it's like a family versus family thing, you know, good family, bad family, so unique dynamic. I understand the Rangers, not making the Rangers siblings, not biologically anyway, so, you know, diversity and all, but the villains, I don't know, probably just to simplify things. But here, yeah, but in the Sentai, it explained that, you know, Diabolico and Loki, you know, yes, his name is Loki, this guy over there, the far left, I'm confused with Loki from Marvel Comics, who was based on the, you know, Loki of Norse mythology. Yeah, him and Diabolico, close friends. Yeah, I mean, he reacted to his death, and Diabolico's death, Steven's death, and explained specifically by Loki that they're close friends after Diabolico's revival, you know. Back to the episode.
If the Rangers fight, they'll be destroyed. If they run, the city is ours.
Oh, that's nice. Stakes and standards. Those are some odds.
Either way they choose, we win! Ha ha! You have mastered the powers of the Titanium Morpher.
Again, his voice
thus
is amazing.
Proving yourself worthy of being the Titanium Ranger.
So, like, how is Ryan able to do it? Like, did Diabolico somehow, like, inject his own blood into him or something? Blood transfusion or something? And Wild Force got away with showing blood. Just want to point that out. So many questions.
Now we'll use those powers to take back our home.
Orthopedic expert recommendation. Cervical
ignore
traction
that.
pillow. Developed by more than 30 engineers. Each area has
Homeland.
Take back their homeland. They just, yeah, Power Rangers like, staring at it. Also, like, yeah, Power Rangers like to be actually just allowed to say demons because they can, you know. It's just how it is. Oh yeah, Titanium Ranger Morpher, just, this is a nice glow with the Morpher. I think they actually use the toy for this, you know, kind of like most Power Ranger props are some Morphers are toys, you know, and sometimes I think the weapons are sometimes toys, some which are also Morphers. And also the Chrono Blaster from Time Force, which is a American creation by Power Rangers, by the way, and not exist in the Sentai. they actually used the toy for that, hence why they have the Red Rangers, why the Time Force arrows all the Time Force arrows are red and not, different colors, like their Chrono Sabers. Yeah, I believe this is the actual toy from the toy line. Here's Joel on patrol. Joel on patrol. That should be a, TV series title, But he's finding nothing.
Everything's quiet.
Yeah, too quiet.
It's too quiet.
Exactly what she said, yeah. Dove, you want that? This joke from Rick and Morty, that's, they're pointing at the cliche, it's quiet, too quiet thing, Rick just said it's too quiet, and, there's an argument about it, and, yeah, just go watch the episode, with the multiple decoy Rick and Mortys and all that, so, yeah. Until it's not quiet right now.
Nothing happening here either.
When's gonna be quiet? Any moment now.
Kel.
Oh, and the transport beam thing, it's a really nice effect, a bit dated, yeah. And well, the people check it out, and if you see something, you gotta check it out, it's a natural human response. That's just how it is. It's natural for humans. If you see something, you get curious, and well, you have to check it out. And well, curiosity and all. I'm always curious, I can't have a curious George, And the Titanium Rangers give a laugh, and that laugh tells them, oh no, to run, And that's where they find him. Yeah, he just gets stand there laughing. I get it. You're trying to rival Tommy Oliver's evil laugh, I meant to say that.
Who are you?
Of course, they ask him.
Man,
Yeah.
we don't want to have to hurt you.
It doesn't matter anymore, really. Don't want to hurt him because, they're heroes.
For my titanium powers.
Really?
Let's go, guys.
Yeah, I mean, he is stronger, yeah.
Lightspeed, rescue!
And we get the morph sequence. They summon their symbols and then, covers them and nice sequence.
Don't make us do something we don't want to do. Give it your best
Yeah.
shot.
Nice line delivery, And, this guy's, really nice, another really nice pose from the Titanium Ranger. I mean, yeah, that was actually a nice tactic for Chad, I think it was at least smart thinking on Chad's part, he's trying to block him so he doesn't, tries to block him, but, that doesn't work, he just gets thrown. Under some, foam rubble, I think it's made of foam, I'm not sure. I think it's probably fake rubble, for sure.
Don't want to do.
Okay. And now Titanium Ranger is doing his best Kamura Kiva impression, even though this will be like 8 years before Kiva came out. And here comes Captain Mitchell with the those classic, those classic fiction doors. That they open from two different sides, and he's analyzing the fight,
Titanium laser.
Oh yeah, that's the weapon name, Titanium Razor, and the this this effect, it's like background goes like it's a green screen and laser shot, like classic Sentai. Oh, and this creates really good explosions, they're weaker.
Miss Fairweather, we are out of time.
Yeah, this is footage here, and also it gets weaker after this episode because of course it does.
Here you go.
Yeah, these are the V-Lancers. And yeah, they retain their name from their Sentai counterparts. The movie, again, Titanium Ranger did not exist in the Sentai, so the episode with the V-Lancers debate was actually about their debate, and they also had a boomerang detached, and they detached part of their thing that allows them to use their full power to act as boomerang weapons. But that episode, when debate in Sentai, was actually about their debate, and well, it's I'm not sure if they do this in Lightspeed Rescue 2. Again, gotta check. And back to the episode.
But we haven't finished testing it.
That's a luxury we can't afford.
Yeah, of course it isn't. They have no choice. They have to use the V-Lancers, But here, I think it makes the debate a bit more impactful, since, with the debut of Titanium Ranger, of course, it gives them a reason to, at least be there,
All right. Carter,
I read you.
Of course, she reads her.
activate V-Lancers.
You got it.
Yeah, apparently Rangers are all rare at the time, so.
V-Lancers.
Yeah, of course, they summoned out of nowhere. Not sure how. Again, let me know your theories. How they do it, Just let me know. Okay? Are they teleporting from the base or pocket dimension? Let me know down below. Okay, because you didn't know about them. Again, I guess they're teleporting from the base with the lances, the actual lances. Again, back to Sentai footage.
Excellent.
These things rock.
I love their reaction to these things. I love how they respond to these things, like how they get to see how cool they are, And nice little moment, instead of doing it during the fight, do it before or after the fight, or take a break from it. Okay, that's what people want, Power Rangers. Okay, good. Neo Saban, you should have known that. I'm also not sure if they had the same reaction to the Sentai. I wonder if they had similar response, Why am I talking about, like their comments and, their thoughts on it? Why am I commenting and parts, why am I commenting about Rangers commenting about their powers and weapons and whatnot? Why am I focused on that? Let's just see what these things are in action. So yeah, the footage of them, the transformation weapon, different mode transformation. Why is that hard to say? When they change from, blaster to, lance mode or lance to blast mode. That's used in this episode. The stock footage. That's stock footage over here.
Yeah, good one, Miss F. Let's try these bad boys.
Yeah, of course, Joel would say it. Again, doing a Kiva. Of course, they shout their names. Again, yeah, him doing his Kiva impression before Kiva was a thing. I think that Titanium Ranger's, Titanium Blaster is kind of like the equivalent of the V-Lancers, But also, there's, main sidearm, And of course, there's a nice shot over here. And of course, Mitchell's watching the footage of the footage. Of course, nice fighting move over here. And of course, they got him. And flipping. Always flipped himself for her. Also, spark effects. Always sparks, because, they're not spandex. They just look like it.
Don't do it.
And of course, it's all dramatic.
Go to blaster mode.
You got it. V-Lancers, blaster mode.
Again, back to Sentai footage. Oh, he got his blaster. Go. Someone get Hot Rod to stop him. Again, Sentai footage again. And then I like how they have a nice little V. You know, like, I think Power Rangers did editing themselves, you know? Clearly not stock footage. Also, nice blue lightning effect, you know? The post Mighty Morphin, Saban era has some pretty nice effects, especially compared to Mighty Morphin. And of course, the explosion's also pretty nice too. And Mitchell's watching the footage again, and he's down. No, don't be sorry. Don't feel bad about yourself, chum.
I don't believe it. He's coming back.
Saying,
Nothing could have survived that.
yeah, nothing except that something that's meant to be clearly stronger than most of you guys. And of course, the revealed Titanium Ranger and who he is. And wow. And this is like the visor up, like when the Rangers, reveal their visors, like in, there's close-up shots where you can see the Rangers, faces, they had to edit out for the Sentai footage and replace it with, new footage of the Rangers' faces. And they just used the, the visor up mode. Because I guess they couldn't afford, a damaged helmet for the Titanium Ranger. So they had to work with what they got. Maybe he accidentally activated when he got knocked out. I don't know. And look at the angry look on his face, and Mitchell recognizes his face, of course. And we saw a glimpse of his face earlier, but this is the first time Mitchell's seeing it. Captain Mitchell, to be precise.
Stand down before this escalates. Don't force us to destroy you.
Yeah, just try the blast again. That worked last time. That worked so well last time. And he put his visor back on. And he's having no hesitation. I mean, you can actually see that he's still pretty a bit roughed up. Like, you can see, like, he's holding, like, how he's walking, and so it's not just, like, he can go completely unharmed.
Energy level 10.
Full power.
Man, those things recharge quickly. And again with the fish tanks.
Lock on.
Oh no, are they gonna kill him? Gonna finish him? Man,
Target lock.
you get the really feeling of him being hurt. That actually hurted him, like he felt it.
Don't fire!
What?
And Mitchell,
Please
what?
repeat, sir.
Hold your fire!
What is he talking about?
Well, just do what he says, okay? He's your captain. And Dana's father.
But sir, this is our chance to finish him!
Yeah, what the heck, Captain?
All right. V-Lancers.
Okay, why say V-Lancers when he says they'll hold their fire?
Please.
Power down.
Power down? Why is he saying power down when I guess we're into the weapon? So I guess, okay, now it makes sense.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just leave him there.
We're not finished. Come back.
No. We're not. Yeah, they just walk away and just, like, stands there, like, to recover,
Retreat, sir.
Nice tunnel shot down here. I mean, they wasn't really paid for this headquarters. That's where all the, the budget of Lightspeed Rescue from the previous seasons come from, The money they got from the previous seasons, toy sales and, ratings and whatnot.
Retreat, sir. We had him. He would have
Yes! What the heck, Mitchell?
Join us without thinking twice.
Yeah.
He knows we have the V-Lancers.
That was our chance. Maybe our only chance.
Yeah, Kelsey and Chad. I mean, I don't think him knowing about it would have done anything. I think it would just learn to stay away from them. Yeah, but you guys just have to make sure he gets blasted, and that's it. Oh yeah, this is like gonna be near the end credits, so yeah, I'm just gonna skip the end credits too, because and go straight to my thoughts. Yeah, and they're gonna ask like why did he hold them to fire? Then we get the big reveal.
Why, sir? Why did you stop us?
Yeah, why? Because what? And that was a bit of a long pause earlier.
He's my son.
His son. Oh my god, I'm being a slick. It's her brother. And the to be continued. For the next breakdown. As the very next episode, Lightspeed Rescue. The one after this one. Darkly. You know the episode Truth Discovered, yeah. And executive producers, I'm Saban and Shucky Levy. Levy? Yeah, Levy. And this is nice music for this episode. This episode is really good. I mean, Titanium Ranger really poses presence as a villain before eventually becoming a hero, of course, like some Six Rangers do. And well, the effects are good, even a bit dated, especially and from 2000, the year I was born. The story's pretty solid. And in importance when the franchise, I said before, first official American-made Ranger ever. So, yeah. Sorry, just something stuck in my mouth. I'm sorry. Just ignore it. Be sure to tune in for the next breakdown for the inclusion of the Titanium Ranger introductory storyline. So, be sure to hit the subscribe button if you want to check out the next breakdown. And well, also hit that notification button and that thumbs up button, or what I like to call it, the Kuga thumbs up. And also, comment section down below if you want to ask some questions or whatnot. And also to make sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, the usual MO I do, Do you like this thing of me doing breakdowns and as a regular thing? Again, comment section. Yeah, comment. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the music for the episode is also pretty good as well. Forgot to mention that his characterization is, again, pretty good and natural from the previous episodes. Yeah. Forgot to mention those things. And a really good plot. Forgot to mention that, yeah, it's again, go check out the episode. It's on YouTube. And it's really good, Be sure to check out the episode. And check out next week's breakdown of the episode after it. So, yeah. Anyways, I said my outro. And, excuse my weird faces. Again, thing in my mouth. It's really bothering me. Yeah, I know. Anyways, my usual peace.